haven't seen you for a long time. Laura Branigan.
How are you, Al?
I'm fine. Welcome to the show. Yo.
Thanks.
We go back long.
Yeah.
In the beginning, a lot of artists used to come up to 92 KT while we were on the air. Those are the days that they didn't come up with the record people. You came up on your own.
Right. Well, I did anyway.
You're right. Laura used to come up and sit in on the show for hours and just hang with us.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Then afterwards, we'd go across the street to
Pronto, right?
Throw a few back.
That's right. We'd have a couple of drinks and then we'd go eat some pasta and we'd be set for the day. And you get a chance to do that today, but not like you did in the old days. And
you don't.
In the same week, you'd have Laura come up, and the next day you have this woman that walked in. She was a little strange at that time too. Right. Madonna would hang out at the studio and say, "Play my records for me, please." And Laura would be there, and we'd hang out, and it would be great. And so we go back a long ways. There's a lot of people that used to listen to that radio station.
I know.
And listen to the classic show. So let's go back a little bit. Now, Gloria originally was an Italian record, right?
Right.
Okay. So how did you wind up with that record?
Well, Atlantic was sort of trying to place me. I just had this huge voice, and I think when you have a really big voice and a real singing voice, it's a little harder to place. You know, at that point it was, because everything had such a definite style. So he put me together with a German producer named Jack White. Okay. And Jack brought me the song Gloria. He said, "I tell you, Laura, this song is a hit." And it was in Italian. It was very soft. It was like, "Anche tu nell'aria." It was a love song. So what we did is we rewrote the lyrics into, the American runaway girl, and went in and gave it the American kick. And off she went.
Kick, that's a dance. That's truly a dance classic. And I remember one of the places, you always have one or two memories of working with so many artists in this business, and one or two stands out in the places where you were.
Oh, God.
I'm going to lay one on you, okay? This is not rehearsed. Do you remember the night we opened a club that was down the block from Xenon called Valentino's?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I remember.
I have another memory that night.
I definitely remember
Laura was in
night.
her crazy days back then. And she came walking out with this mesh top on.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a little chilly that night, and there was nothing on underneath that mesh top. There was not. Wait a minute. And you know the spaces between each mesh? Laura.
No, this is not true.
Wait. And the guys in the front row didn't budge. They were mesmerized looking up there. I said, "Oh." And then when
I had a body stocking underneath. Al had leather underwear on and nothing else.
Now listen, the listeners know I'm not lying. Now, not only that, when the spotlight hit her top, it was like, oh my goodness, I love my job. Anyway, let's play Gloria right now on Hot 97's Classic Showcase, and we'll remember a classic.
Funny the things he remembers, huh?
Gloria, you're always on the run now.
On the Hot 97 Classic Showcase, Laura Branigan, and one of the tops I'll never forget as long as I live.
It ain't
What
true.
a classic, Gloria. That's so good. You realize how many people call this radio station and ask for that record over and over and over again. And there's not a lot of, quote, true classics that even crossed over at that time. What happened now after Gloria? Because you really, from a dance record, you then really crossed over mainstream into pop.
That's what I wanted to do. I was very, very naive. I didn't know anything about the business or what was expected. All I wanted to do was sing. I just wanted to sing, and that was it. And from there, I wanted to show people that I really had a vocal range. And even though Gloria is very difficult to sing, I don't think people realize that. But I went into solitaire, which is just like, you really have to have chops to sing it.
Now, you popped like one after another. You had hits.
Yeah.
And then I understood you had a problem with management.
Oh.
And then an incredible voice like yours. We didn't hear from you for a while. Fill in this gap for us. What happened?
Well, after, several albums, and I decided to leave my manager because I realized that a lot of money was disappearing. And, when you go into a business like this business, like the music business, and know nothing about it and are real naive, I'm from the country, I just was, I believed everything she was saying, and it ended up it was a lot of untruths.
That's
And
unbelievable.
that was a big setback for me. And, trying to get back on the track after that, it took a little while.
And then comes along Michael Bolton's song that he wrote, How Am I
Right.
Supposed to Live Without You, which was a huge record
Yes.
for you. And then later he went back into the studio and did it.
I don't blame him.
That was just, how did you wind up with that record? Did he write it for you?
He wrote, well, what happened, I think he wrote it for me. I didn't know Michael or Doug James, who wrote the lyrics, and I was on a plane going, I think, to Houston, and a fellow named Wally Roker gave me the tape and said, listen, I want you to listen to this. And I said, it's a ballad? He said, yeah, but it's beautiful. And usually a ballad, it's so hard to find a great ballad.
Right.
So I thought, I put the earphones on, and I swear, I have goosebumps.
You did a wonderful job on that. And the thing that also strikes people, too, is that a lot of the time, it's usually the other way around in a story. The guy screwed up, and please don't leave, my baby, don't leave. And now you have a woman doing it.
Yep.
And you hit a male audience with that.
Oh, I hit the biggest, I think that, and I was really, the ballad for me is nothing greater than a great ballad. Even though I'm known for, by Gloria, because that was such a unique song, I think that nothing greater than a great ballad. And How Am I Supposed to Live Without You was that.
You did a wonderful performance on the record. Let's play it now, our Love Classic on the Hot 97 Classic Showcase.
I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. All that I've been living for is gone without you.
You talk about a classic, Laura Branigan, Hot 97's Classic Showcase with Al Bandiro, our instant
Who's also
guest.
a classic, everybody.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Thank you very much. Tonight, you're going to be at the LA Exchange.
That's right.
Right? You're going to be in concert, and I'm going to do my best to get there and host the show.
Oh, I hope so. That would be great.
Yeah, we haven't worked together in a long time, and I'd like to do that. So where have you been? You were in Japan, right?
Just got back from Japan a few days ago. So far, we just got back from Brazil, Chile, Australia. We're going to in January, and then we're going to tour all of Canada.
In the European countries, which one stands out in your mind as far as
the
response?
European?
Yeah.
Europe is a very big market for me. International has always been a very big market.
Right.
France, Germany.
How about Japan? What happened in Japan?
Japan is big.
Because they love American music.
They love it, and they're a different kind of audience. But I got them up on the stage dancing, which is really, I was really proud of that, because the Japanese audience is very reserved.
I was going to say, are they laid back? But once you get them rocking, do they get into it?
Yes, the younger ones do. They're taught to, really have more of a quiet response.
Back,
and for the encore, they just do this. All of them, that's
So you sing your heart out, and I guess the first time you go there, you're looking at this.
Yeah, first time I was shocked, but after that, I really got them. I just knew how to work them. You can't work them like an American audience. You have to work them a little differently. Okay,
so after tonight at the LI Exchange, and go see this lady. You will love this lady.
Great cause, everyone.
Where are you going after the LI Exchange, or what's your plans?
After that, let me see, we're in Christmas, and then I go to Australia in January. And at the end, we come back and we go to Canada and tour all of Canada.
Well, the people that enjoy your work, when are you going back into the studio?
I'll probably go back in the spring. I'm always looking at material.
What producers would you like to work with?
I think I'd like to work with Quincy Jones. Yeah.
Well, you're one of the ladies that I enjoyed working with throughout the years, and you're a great
Thanks,
talent.
Al.
And I appreciate seeing you.
So are you.
And thanks for coming by the Classic Showcase. Laura Branigan, everybody, on Hot 97.
Yeah.